In 2020, we landed in Norway and embarked on a global expansion. And today, we are already selling our products in over 30 countries and regions.
Dit is comfortabel, het is echt leuk. Ja.
I mean, it's fantastic. It's really exciting. It looks beautiful.
Xpeng will be more moving in this way because the autopiloting is the future.
因为科技的创新，也就是生产力的创新，最终能够征服更多国家的用户的心，把中国的好的能力放到全球，以及把全球好能力再带回上去，对睁眼去改变世界。
希望能够让更多的海外车主体验到全新的科技智能。我相信小鹏的车主通过 OTA 可以看到，小鹏希望作为一个不一样的汽车，更酷的车，更有趣味的车。我们期望小鹏的 S9能够走向全球，做得更好。
Hi, I'm Brian Gu, Vice Chairman and President of Xpeng. I'd like to welcome all our friends and partners to attend our Hong Kong Brand Night for an inspiring and exciting experience.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Hong Kong. Let's have a wonderful brand event tonight.
I'm very excited to experience Xpeng Brand Night.
I hope you all have an incredible time at Xpeng Brand Night.
I'm so excited to be here in Hong Kong to experience Xpeng's Brand Night.
We'd like to wish you a grand and happy Hong Kong Brand Night.
Wishing everyone an inspiring and unforgettable experience at the Xpeng Brand Night in Hong Kong.
From Xpeng Denmark, we wish you a great Brand Night in Hong Kong.
Best wishes for this fantastic event.
Best wishes for everyone attending this event.
Sending my warm wishes for this amazing event.
4月15號，小鵬全球熱愛之夜。
I'm looking forward to seeing
Xpeng Brand Night.
Xpeng Brand Night.
Xpeng Brand Night.
Xpeng's Brand Night.
Xpeng's Brand Night.
著名的维多利亚港了。那么在我身后这两辆车呢，也是大家非常熟悉的2025款的小鹏 X9。在1个小时之后，也就是北京时间的19点整，我们的小鹏汽车全球品牌热爱之夜暨2025款的小鹏 X9 的上市发布会就会正式开始了。
global flagship Xpeng X9. So please stay tuned for this live broadcasting event. So this broadcasting event will last 4 hours, and at this live broadcasting event, we'll continuously provide perks to you. So please follow us to make a comment. You can participate in the lucky draw. We have prepared exquisite gifts for you. So let's welcome the product manager Fang Fang from X9. Please welcome.
Hello， 大家好，我是小鹏 X9 的
Hello everyone.
欢迎大家来到小鹏全球品牌之夜暨2025款小鹏 X9 的发布会的直播间。那我接下来呢会快速的给大家先介绍一些小鹏 X9 的产品信息。对，那我们的新款 X9 呢，其实在这次发布会上我们推出了新的3个外观颜色，当中包括青云紫、以及新剑灰，包括新西兰。
Starship Gray
对，新剑灰是我们旁边这台非常具有高级质感的这样一个颜色。那这台呢代表了我们对科技豪华的一个理解。那青云紫呢，待会儿我们在那边也能看到青云紫的颜色。其实那个代表豪华，我们对传统豪华的一种理解。那另外还有新西兰的外观颜色的话，其实也是我们红厂之前 P9 以及 P7 都推出过的颜色。
And also we have these two options
那这个颜色的话，利亚港的这种海
at this Victoria boat, you can see the color resembles the option of our model. So I also think that the Starship Gray will be a preferred choice for children. Yes, children are yearning for this color. Apart from these three options, we have also provided updated 24-inch wheels, so that you can see from the appearance of the wheels, you can see the floating hubcap. And we have a stationary axe which is similar to that of the Rolls-Royce. And during this driving experience, you can see that this hubcap will maintain stationary, exuding a lux feel. Later on, we're going to see that at the conference. So stay tuned. So X9 last year was launched, and we have added some new features, and we have got the feedback from more than 200,000 owners. So you can see that for this steering function will be continuously presented on the videos. X9 in Hong Kong during the testing in Hong Kong have showcased its nimble ability to park in any parking lot in Hong Kong. Very efficient. So that is reliant on the rear wheel steering. And also after the launch, you can see our space is getting bigger and bigger. A 7-seater space provides comfort and also can accommodate many more luggages for every family members. And on the back row, you can see we're able to provide a spacious room. Yes, you are able to put a lot of luggage and stuff in there. Especially, it's a very valid choice for sports lovers because you can also put in bicycles there. And before, we cannot accommodate such a big room for bicycles, but now you can see for the 7-seater, we're able to accommodate 4 bicycles if you wish. And also, we are able to last for longer range, and during the actual driving experience, you will be hassle-free. From the feedback of our owners of X9, we discovered many users, or 60% of the users, have reached the record range for 600 kilometers. For such a large car, you can be not overly worried about the lasting range. You and your families can hassle-free and do not worry about the range during your driving experience. So these key features and highlights have been highly recognized by the families as well as celebrities. Highly recommended features. They provide us with positive feedback that they are saying our product is of impeccable quality and driving experience is premium, so that you can see the evolution of a product continuously. So 2025 X9 will be launched with new features, so stay tuned. So people are asking what will be the conference start. That is Beijing time, 7 p.m. will officially launch the ceremony. So please stay tuned. And our founder will also reveal the 2025 Xpeng X9 to reveal more details to you. So stay tuned. Thank you so much. See you later. Please follow us by clicking on the bottom left corner button. So we are at Hong Kong, China, to have the Global Passion Night, the launch of X9 2025 Global Flagship Model. So we are having a lot of friends joining us both in person here. So we have next speaker coming up. We have Xiaoyu. Hello, Xiaodan. Hello everyone. I'm Xiaoyu. So here at the event, what do you feel, especially in Hong Kong? To be frank, I'm really excited. Before I arrive here, I think it's just a simple or a nimble conference. But when I was arrived, I felt this is such an event with so many models. Apart from X9, we also have P7, G9, etc. We have the whole fleet of the family. Yes, all of them are present here. So this is the really a brand night. It is to my surprise that so many car models are here. Of course, I believe the conference will be of much exciting coming up. So let's talking about X9. You have a trial test, right? Yes. Yes. Could you share with us what's your experience of that? Yes, I've already made the order, placed an order. I'm really satisfied with the driving experience. I had an SUV, MPV, and I have used to drive a G9 P7, while this time I ordered for X9. It's strict for the previous models, as far as I know. I was not very satisfied with co-pilot or co-cockpit. And I hope that the room it can be equipped with massagers because the co-passenger co-cabinet is still very important, or the front row comfort is also very important. So with this facelift of the next version, I really like the aisle compatible with zero net seating. So the widthless seating. So I really like this idea. It gives us all the comfort. And also for the third row, we have the one button folding feature. So that is what our users need. So this new model actually satisfies all the demand. So this refreshed X9, I believe it's perfect. But of course, cannot always satisfy different demand from different people. But I have to say, it's very much to my satisfaction. So about 1 hour, our conference will going to start. So for this launch ceremony, I would say the X9 is not just a facelift; it's a totally revolution. What's your expectation for the new model? Yesterday, Mr. He Xiaopeng said that we will launch the Turing AI chip in Q2 ahead of the schedule. So I'm really looking forward to the launch of the new chip, this custom and in-house built, researched chip. And also a topic about flying cars. I'm really looking forward to that. Yes, on the other side of the venue, you can see the flying car presented there. Yes, so we have a whole fleet of the family of Xpeng. So thank you so much, Xiaoying, for the introduction. See you later. So just now we have talked about the event for Xpeng Global Passion Night. So we do not just present 2025 X9, we also have 2025 6 and 9. Also here, we would like to invite Chen Zhen, the product manager, to say hello. Hello everyone, I'm Xiaopeng G9 manager. And for this G6 and G9 models, configured with heavyweight integrated technology, equipped with a Turing AI chip, as well as a 5C AI battery. So our battery can be charged by increasing our range, by reducing the charging time. So it is configured in all trims. So it's not optional. You do not need to pay extra for that feature. So 10 minutes, we will see the range prolonged by 450 kilometers. So that you can see that continuing that about the appearance of the look. So here on 2025 G6, a big retrofit is here, the front. So you can see we equipped with the headlight. It is of 194 millimeter, and for this black version, you can see that we have a new config on the hub, right, on the wheelbase. Yes, you can see there is an overall refreshed look for this model. Very cool, very sharp, very sleek, and freshly black. So what about G6? So what about the best selling points for this model? I think it strikes me as its comfort and its configuration. So you can see on the front row we have the heating, massaging, ventilation. The back row also provides heating function. On the rear row, manually you can recline the seat, which can provide the biggest room for the back row of cars of the same segment. So it is indeed a highly recognized feature. Right, we have a bigger legroom, bigger space in the car. For the chassis, we also upgraded the functionality. So you can see that for these metrics, we can provide both comfort as well as the rigidness and robustness. So on a undulating road or bumpy road, you can still have a near flat sensation. Yes, we have also G9, so that was a retrofitted color option. It is actually a galaxy blue. So X9 also have this color option, right? Yes, the galaxy blue. It is really sharp and chic. So it was launched on March 13th last month. So our colleagues had very positive feedback on this color option. They really like this color, galaxy blue. So you can visit our store to check this out. Okay, so G9, so you can see the grills are more streamlined and simplified. G7 have very classic outlook. So here you can see a very slim and also very sleek feature. On the front, you can see the different color options. So and also for our white model, we have a set color option. It's called a Panta color option by both black and white color options integrated. And also for our Warrior Black, has a orange tune added. So this body of the car gives or exudes a sporty feature. We do not have that color here, right? But you can see the galaxy blue here. Well, that one is actually black, but the front here is orange, gives you a kind of a sporty flavor and aesthetics. So what about the interior? So as a flagship SUV, so in terms of the chassis, powertrain, and interior, very chic for G9. So you can see that the dual cavity feature that is similar to Panorama Porsche, it is far beyond the price range of that segment. So it is configured for all the trims, and also it is dual chamber cavity. So compared to single chamber, it provides better comfort, right? It will provide more adaptive range. At the meantime, for dual chamber, it is Virac from Germany. So what's the difference compared to the old version? It's the same. And also for the G9 existing model owner said that with this dual chamber cavity provides better driving and seating experience, especially on bumpy roads. Yes, for the undulating or as well as for the drivers and for the passengers. I feel it is very comfort. It's like a near flat driving experience. So that is all enabled by this dual chamber cavity feature. So it is for free. It's not for subscription optional. You do not need to pay extra. And also for the front and the back row, we have provided ventilation massage for 10 points and the heating. So front and back row seats all equipped with ventilation, heating, massaging functions. Yes, 10 points massage. So what's so special about that? For the cars in the market, for competitors, they offer 8 points massaging functionality. But for us, we provide 10 points with a stronger massaging power. And it's like a very professional masseuse. So it is a very like a professional masseuse by providing strong massaging effect. So you can check this out. This is really comfort. So what about the powertrain? Yes, G9 configured with 5C ultra long battery AI battery. What is that? Can you explain that? 5C. C means the charging coefficient. So C, the bigger the C, the shorter charging time. So previous version is equipped with 3C, very fast, but now we upgraded 5G. So how fast it gonna be? So 10 minutes charging, 450 kilometers for the range. G6, G9 are equipped with this supercharging equipment while with a longer range. So ultra faster charging. So for G9, we have 3 range options. One is ultra long range, and medium range. So 3 versions for 700 and 600 kilometers. So for different versions with different range. So you can choose the one that is adaptable to your needs. And for G9, apart from this range and battery efficiency, we are also providing all the perks or the top config for you, like AI powertrain, AI smart driving, AI chassis are all available on G9, available for all the trims. So what about smart driving? Any new features? So smart driving is the highlight for our models. So here you can see the blue indicator light. Yes, it's here. So during autonomous driving, this indicator light is on, a symbol to showcasing the other drivers that this car is on autonomous driving mode. It's a Turing AI smart driving functionality, and it is available nationwide. It can provide you with easy navigation and maneuver. And we are among the top player in terms of these kind of autonomous driving. And we perform pretty well on Chinese road conditions. This model is really powerful in terms of smart driving, powertrain, chassis, as well as comfort are all of the top-notch of our segment. Another highlight is about the 2025 G9 equipped with the sunscreen, panoramic sun screen. So just like this afternoon is pretty warm while you are sitting in Xpeng is still very comfortable. You will not be feel too warm. So thank you so much for the introduction. If you are interested, please check this out for G6 and G9. See you later. Move along. This side you can see is G6 and G9. Last year we also launched 2 models. They are the best sellers. They were quite a hit. Mona and PC. Now let's welcome Lucy to introduce the product. Hello everyone. I'm Lucy, product manager of Xpeng. So let's start with this. On my left side is Mona 3. So launched in August last year, it is one of best sellers. We delivered 100,000 units. Yes, 2 weeks ago we achieved such a high level of units. It is highly appreciated by our young drivers. So you can see the appearance is very chic and it provides smart driving experience. Gives you a kind of future-proof look. So here on the front or the appearance, you can see it is very streamlined, and you can see on the front, it is very like a Galaxy flagship, and also or Starship, and also you can see the grille is very similar to the multi-dollar segment cars. So for Mona 3, you can see it is one of the most popular color option. Yes, it's a kind of a beige. What's your favorite? In Mona, as a male, I prefer black. Yes, I prefer the black option. Very smart. But of course, this one also looks nice, very aesthetic. So for man and the woman, this color is still very inviting. But I think this one or the beige is more preferred by the female drivers for sure. And we have a different color version over there. Very artistic, very aesthetic. You can see the overall appearance is very sleek, very aerial, so that it will help you to reduce the resistance. So that what is the benefit of that kind of air resistance? It can reduce the power consumption and also can provide you with better range. Yes, the range can be prolonged by energy conservation. And also for this model, we have started with the 500, if on the basis of 519 kilometers of the range, while we are able to reduce the power consumption. And also for such a warm weather, you do not be overly worried about the charging. And on the trunk side, you can see is very spacious. For young people, they like to drive and camping during holiday seasons, so they would prefer to put in a lot of luggages to accommodate the camping apparatuses. So for such a big trunk, you can see we're able to accommodate to 625 liters of packages there. So Mona 3 will be the preferred choice for the younger generation, no matter for the interior exterior design as well as the performance, like the range and the space of the trunk, very, very premium. And it started with 119,000 RMB, so very good value for money. And this has also become a unique feature for Xpeng. This kind of feature of the roof is also integrated in our fleet, like the navigation, the music, the sound will also be integrated together, so these functions can be empowered by this model and extended to the other models as well. So you can have the smart cockpit experience in the Mono 3. So let's talk about this one. Let's move along. Yes, the car on my right side is P7 Plus. So it was launched on November 7th last year. It was quite a top our sales. So no matter for the young couples or for a family of 4, this will be a solid option for them as it provides spacious legroom. Yes, it is very spacious, very versatile. Why it is very popular? I think one of the biggest reasons is aesthetics or the appearance. You can see the front carries the legacy of the Xpeng family design, as well as you can see the grille, as well as the wheel hub, very elegant. Yes, indeed. The overall appearance carries the legacy of Xpeng, and also is this the AI-empowered Tech Lux model. The AI features not just embedded in the aesthetics design, it is also enabled our driving experience to be smarter and more automated. Yes, a Turing chip is also equipped here. So when we are talking about smart driving, so you can also see a blue indicator light. So the P7 Plus is the first model to be equipped with this blue or this light indicator. When you are on autonomous driving mode, this indicator light will shine so that it tells the people or the passengers around that I'm on the autonomous driving mode. I want to highlight that Turing empowered function is actually a standard config for all the trims. Just now, you also mentioned that it's quite spacious. That's the reason it is preferred by young drivers and users. So it's not just for drivers. You can see that both the rear as well as the trunk are very spacious. It's a preferred choices for young people because they prefer outdoor as well as the camping activities. Then for this trunk, you will able to accommodate 5 liters of luggage, and also we have 86 liters of the space within the car to accommodate your stuff. On the rear side, you can see it is also very comfortable. Yes, overall, you can see we have 5 seaters equipped with ventilation, heating, massaging functions. So everyone in the car will be pampered and treated as a VIP guests. Yes, just like a P9, that these comfort configs are all available in this model as well. What about the powertrain? P7 Plus also equipped with the ultra high voltage outlet, and also 2 versions. One is 76.5, another is 50, so that with 1 kWh you can save the energy by 11.6 kilowatt hours, so that you can have 10 kilometers, 60 We have two versions of the range, 615 and 715 kilometers respectively. So it accommodates both driving experience as well as the seating comfort. We have only two different versions with a different battery pack of configurations, while other features are all standard ones for all the trims. So P9, P7, P7 Plus is really a premium and tech luxe model, and really like this color. Apart from this color option, are there any other choices? Yes, this hue is actually is a purple. We also silver, white, beige. Very inviting and chic. So since November of its launch, what about its delivery? As of April, the delivery of P7 Plus is about 40,000 units. And also every month there are new orders coming in asking to check this out. Yes, they want to have a test drive, and they will be really surprised when they come to our store and check this out in person. So this is our two best sellers since last year. Very nice. So at this Global Passion Night, the launch of X9, and we, of course, X9 is the star of today's event. So what about this? What about your personal thought about this? Your personal feelings when you come here? Yes, I've been staying here for quite some time, and I've seen friends coming from the world. They're very interested in Xpeng's models. I'm very impressed. I'm very happy. So I want to say to audience in front of the screen, we are really looking forward to receiving your feedback, no matter for the smart driving experience, the interior design, exterior design. Please feel free to reach out. We will listen to your feedback. Thank you so much. Thank you. See you later. So just now, we have quickly introduced our two models, M03 and P7 Plus. Today, let's give it a plot to our new model. In the back, you can see that we already have three scenarios to walk you through all the products and features. So let's give it to 小豹子 to talk about X9. I'm Xiao Baozi. We are at the beautiful port of Victoria. So on the back, you can see our camping area. Very honored to invite friends from the media and our product manager. Brief introduction, please. Hello, everyone. I'm Jia Yi. Hello, everyone. I'm Fan Ming, the product manager at X9. Very happy to see you too. It is a very pleasant weather, so making me really looking forward to go outdoor and go camping. So, Jiayu, what kind of sports do you do? I do not exercise a lot, but really like camping to get close to nature. Yes, indeed. Talking about camping, we're going to bring a lot of equipment, and that requires we have a bigger room in our car model. So can our product manager to walk us through the features and the new features? Jia Yi has talked about her hobby to go camping. Well, this is what we can satisfy. So for X9, we can provide a very big level of comfort here. So we can have a 7-seater, and also we can fold the back row to release more space to accommodate your camping equipment. So that in this folding model, you can see that the back side is really spacious. So take a look. We are able to accommodate 4 bicycles. But to extreme conditions, we can even put inside 6 bicycles, even more, but still have a lot of room for buffer. That's why X9 has become a preferred choice for people who like to go camping. And also a detail came into my attention. When the third row was unfolded, it is totally flat, declined. So I have never seen this kind of feature before. While for the competitor's model, the back row cannot be fully flat when folded. But for this one, you can see that these bicycles can be put in while the passenger and the driver can still enjoy the comfort. Yes, we provide very big room for family users. At the different application scenarios, we can provide joy, happiness, comfort. And also, you can see a nice detail. Yes, it is powered by electrics. Yes, let's check this out. Very big room. We have different ways to adjust it. So here is a button. You can have electric folding by pushing the button, and also you can have voice control like shout Xpeng, please put down the third row. And in the application, this is all easily done and achieved. And so that the second row can be automatically moved forward, and the third row to be flat over controlled by the voice. Yes, it's really like a robotic experience. That the room is actually restructured or reshaped by this voice control feature. Just now I've heard about a nice detail. So after in this folding model, the first row and second row will not see their space and comfort compromised. Yes, even in this model, in this mode, front row and second row can still enjoy their comfort. This will be a very nice feature for a small family to when go biking, bicycling, or go camping. Your luggages can be put inside while the passenger and the driver can still enjoy the comfort. Your driving experience and the riding experience will not be compromised. Recently, I really like develop a hobby for skiing. Then my skiing skis can also be put here. Yes, check this out. You can see the snowboard and surfing board or your hard goods can be put here. Yes. On this side of the wall, you can see we have exquisite design to showcasing the products of your hobbies like skiing, skating, etc. Like skiing, skateboarding, snowboarding, etc. I remember that you are from the north part of China, right? So you must be very good at skiing. No, actually, I'm a newcomer for skiing. But I developed hobby for snowboarding. X9 can satisfy your need for putting your snowboard in. Yes, here it showcases how we can satisfy your demand. On this left side, you can see that for people with different hobbies, like if you're in need of big space to accommodate your equipment, we're able to do that. I'd like to thank you again for your time. We'll see you later. So we'd like to invite our product manager to stay with us to continue to introduce to us the different color options. So just now we said the Victoria port is actually exuding a bluish hue. So for our models, we also have these different colors. So apart from this Galaxy Blue, we also have Starship Gray. We have a matte Starship Gray. It is of a prominence and exquisiteness, highly recognized color, and exuding a kind of prominence and luxuriousness. Usually, this is a kind of standard color option for premium sports car, but now we're able to apply that to X9. I think the matte color is actually cooler than the traditional colors. What's your personal pick then? For me, I prefer cooler colors like the Starship Gray. And also we have a purple one. Could you introduce that to us? It's actually nebula purple. It's a kind of a traditionally recognized premium color, especially during sunlight. It gives you a kind of elegance, aesthetics. And we discovered a lot of female users really prefer this color. Yes, it's very unique. And for me, I also like this purplish color. Yes, because it is kind of a romantic color option and hue. Thank you so much for the introduction. So thank you for introducing the color options and the features of X9. So let's take a closer look at the interior later. Thank you so much for your time. So next, let's check out the interior. We have diversified features. We have two beautiful ladies with us. They are the product manager. Hello, everyone. I'm Alice. Hello, I'm Lit. I have a question for you. So apart from comfort and space, any other highlights for the interior? Could you introduce to us how we manage to deliver comfort and aesthetics? So let's check out the X9. So here you can see we have the total space of 7.7 square meter room inside the car. So the whole family can enjoy comfort and spacious room there. And also inside, you can see we have a massages features and different degrees of adjustability. Yes, please take a look at the inside. So here you can see we have the second row. This is zero gravity seating. It can provide comfort, and also it is an aisle compatible with zero gravity seating. Here is the button. So for the user, you can adjust the seating by changing the button. Yes, can you show a demo to us? Yes, so you can feel that this room here is really big. The leg room is quite big. Yes, you can actually stretch your legs, right? So here, you can see the aisle. It is actually 1.65 millimeter, and it is of a great height. So a 10-year-old child can actually run when the car is parked. So next, let's check out this zero gravity seating. We can click the button or voice control, or even by touching the screen, you can activate the zero gravity seat. So in this model, that your heart and the knee are at the same level, reducing the cardiac stress, making you feel very comfortable. And also in this mode, the body stress like the backbone, the lumbar stress can be elevated by 13% and 20% respectively for your bottom and your spinals. So especially when you want to take a rest, you can adjust your seating to take a nap. So what about other features? Any other entertainment features? Sure. So let's go back to this normal mode. Let's check the refrigerator out.
Now again, this is very similar to the previous version. This is an electric control fridge. So basically you can control it either through clicking a button or through your voice assistance as well. So for example, I'm talking to it, open the fridge. Now it's open, you can see. Now as you can see now, the total size of the fridge is very spacious. So typically it easily accommodates, for example, 8 bottles of 500 millimeter bottles of water. So if you have to go travel as a family, feel free to store all of your necessary water or liquid here. Now, going up, we can also see from the screen that this is a 21.4 inches entertainment screen. So this is unique to, well, for the 2025 facelift version, we actually have a specialized screen that actually protect your eyesight and your vision as well. So for kids, feel free to let them enjoy entertainment shows on the screen. Don't have to worry about really how it's gonna compromise the vision. So on top of it, we also have this material that feels excellent, very soft. Very, very comfortable to touch. And if you look outside, you can see that the roof is 360-degree central aircon system. So within the detail, you can actually see that there's a lot of tiny holes inside. So the reason for that is because we actually have a unique design for the roof. And so within the roof, you can have very softly blow wind, which can feel very, very breezy, and it doesn't feel too harsh. And it's not too cold as well. So it really have a very, very excellent and instant cooling effect while not feeling too harsh on your body or your skin. So let me just interrupt here. As you mentioned, a lot of people are actually interacting online, and people are asking questions while we're live streaming this demo. A lot of people are curious about the chairs. So you mentioned that it's very comfortable to sit on and it has very, very good supportive features as well. And someone is curious about the massage function. So for this facelift version, is there any upgrade there? Yes, indeed. So we have a unique sort of fingerprint, not fingerprint, but like finger pressing kind of massage mode. And so you can, once you activate it, it definitely can feel very comfortable. So as comparison, our massage kind of level or that kind of comfort is about 50% better than Alpha's massage chair, which is very aligned with the Chinese medicine's method. Now, we also have received questions online, and because the questions are just so, the list goes on and on. I would urge everyone to basically encourage everyone to stay tuned because we're gonna launch our official product launch press event by 7 o'clock. So just a few minutes from now. Thank you so much for both of your introduction. Thank you so much for your time as well. Thank you. Now, allow us to continue. Now, as we mentioned, we have this so-called zero gravity chair, which is very useful. Not only is it comfortable to sit on, but also with one click, it becomes a bed. So easily you can take a nap in your car, and so every single one of us can enjoy this trip. And at the same time, we have this great crowd. Right now, we're right by the harbor of the Victoria Sea. I don't know if you can hear it in the background. There's music following me around. It feels very, very relaxed, and I feel chilled for sure. So when we talk about comfort, talk about relaxation, people think about camping or glamping. So coming up, we will also like to meet our product manager again. We've met him just now. Hi, I'm the product manager of X9. My name is Xiaoming. Hi, Mr. Zhang. Would you mind giving us a lot more color on, this scenario? Obviously, this is not new because we already have learned a lot about the camping scenario here, for sure. And now it's been a while, right, since you started this live streaming. If you are thirsty, right now we have this coffee machine. Not only because we have this huge trunk in the back, which easily can accommodate this coffee machine and this box, but we also have this flexibility of the trunk space as well. We also have this external charging capability, which means it's 6,000 watts. So typically, it's more than enough to support this coffee machine, because typically, like a professional coffee machine takes about 2,000 watts, and so 6,000 watt means that you not only can make coffee, but also you can have a little toaster, a little grill there for barbecue. And so typically, it's suitable for a family outing or camping scenario. It's just like you have a mini kitchen here. Now let's look inside as well. Now this car is parked here. Obviously, is releasing a lot of power and energy support. But while the car is driving, you also can have a lot of energy support for all the needs that you may have as well. Allow me. As was mentioned just now, we already have demonstrated how we can support external appliances. But another thing that is very new to me is that because it's the first time that I've seen anything like this inside. Can we zoom in? Can we zoom in, please? So you can see here that we are trying to show all of you that we can actually charge the Switch, which is a game console that everyone loves. So if you have to, for example, ride a long ride for hours long, obviously watching a movie is not enough. That's when you can actually pick up your Switch console and play some video games. And this is definitely this is definitely possible in here. And so with the big screen here, things are even better, are getting even better. Because typically you will have to pre-charge your Switch console in order to, play some games in car. But with this external energy plug, you can actually charge your Switch, connect your Switch while playing the game in car when the car is driving. So anytime, anywhere, any needs can be fulfilled. We also notice another detail in the car is that you actually have 5 plugs here. Typically, it doesn't matter what kind of appliance needs you have. For example, if you have to use your laptop, use any kind of other small appliances, you can work and play in the car because our plug is a 5-prong plug, which is suitable for multiple kinds of appliances. Again, thank you so much. Thank you for the introduction. We actually are about to start our product launch. Before we start that, let's go back to our MC Xiao Dan. Now we have actually introduce Xpeng from different aspects, and we all have a close look at the car's new design, new characteristic. But stay tuned. We're about to kick off our product launch events at 7 o'clock. By that time, our chairman, He Xiaopeng, will give you more details about 2025's facelift X9. And we also will make an announcement on the pricing of those cars as well. So again, let's move to the event venue. We all know that a lot of people here, a lot of participants. This is a great crowd here. And if you look around, we are right by the harbor of Victoria Sea. Beautiful, beautiful view.
Dear guests, media friends, and action fans, our event is about to begin. So please make your way into the main venue and take your seats. Thank you.
「尊敬的嘉宾、媒体、朋友们，欢迎莅临小鹏全球热爱之夜发布会。我们的活动将于10分钟后开始，请您尽快入座，并将手机调至静音状态。感谢您的配合。
Please be seated and mute your phones and mobile devices. Thank you.
Welcome to the Xpeng Global Brand Night launch event. Our event will begin in 10 minutes. Please take your seats and switch your phones to silent mode. Thank you for your cooperation.
In 2020, we have landed in Norway and embarked on a global expansion. And today, we are already selling our products in over 30 countries and regions.
luxe, dit is comfortabel, het is echt leuk. Ja.
I mean, it's fantastic. It's really exciting. It looks beautiful.
Xpeng will be more moving in this way because the autopiloting is the future.
因为科技的创新，也就是生产力的创新，最终能够征服更多国家的用户的心，把中国的好的能力放到全球，以及把全球好能力再带回过去，为真眼去改变世界。
希望能够让更多的海外车主体验到全新的科技智能。我相信小鹏的车主通过 OTA 可以看到，小鹏希望作为一个不一样的汽车，更酷的车，更有趣味的车。我们期望小鹏的 S9能够走向全球，做得更好。
Hi, I'm Brian Gu, Vice Chairman and President of Xpeng. I'd like to welcome all our friends and partners to attend our Hong Kong Brand Night for an inspiring and exciting experience.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Hong Kong. Let's have a wonderful brand event tonight.
I'm very excited to experience Xpeng Brand Night.
I hope you all have an incredible time at Xpeng Brand Night.
I'm so excited to be here in Hong Kong to experience Xpeng's Brand Night.
We'd love to wish you a grand and happy Hong Kong Brand Night.
Wishing everyone an inspiring and unforgettable experience at the Xpeng Brand Night in Hong Kong.
From Xpeng Denmark, we wish you a great Brand Night in Hong Kong.
Best wishes for this fantastic event.
Best wishes for everyone attending this event.
Sending my warm wishes for this amazing event.
4月15號，小鵬全球熱愛之夜。
I'm looking forward to seeing
Xpeng Brand Night.
Xpeng Brand Night.
Xpeng Brand Night.
Xpeng's Brand Night.
Xpeng Brand Night.
亲爱的嘉宾、媒体、朋友们，小鹏全球热爱之夜暨2025首款全球旗舰
2025 Global Flagship X9 product launch event is about to start.
Media friends and Xpeng fans, the Xpeng Global Brand Night and the launch of our 2025 global flagship, the Xpeng X9, is about to begin.
Every revolution begins with one simple question. What if technology truly understood people? At Xpeng, we never set out to just build electric cars. We set out to reimagine mobility through the lens of humanity. Our AI doesn't just respond. It listens. It learns. It adapts to your world, your rhythm, your needs. From predictive driving to over-the-air updates, we make sure your car evolves with you. It's not about what technology can do, but how it makes you feel. Built on a decade of learning, led by curiosity, and crafted with care, this isn't just advanced mobility. This is a new era of living intelligently, because technology doesn't belong to the privileged few. It belongs to everyone. Built for humans, powered by AI. Xpeng, intelligently moving your world.
掌声有请小鹏汽车董事长 CEO 何
Let's
小
welcome
鹏
the
先生。
CEO and Chairman of Xpeng.
Let's welcome the Chairman and
Mr.
CEO
何小鹏
of Xpeng Motors, Mr. 何小鹏。
Hello everyone. Welcome to Hong Kong. Welcome to Xpeng Brand Night. 今天非常开心。
Now, today I'm very excited to be able to welcome all of you here. I would like to say hi to all of you online and offline here. My name is He Xiaopeng. Now, today, we have media friends joining us from around the world. We also have a lot of our Xpeng users around the world joining our events. And I would like to also welcome all of our colleagues here. Welcome to Hong Kong and welcome to joining today's Global Brand Night and our Global Product Launch Night. Now, today is a significant day for me. And also, this is a unique product launch for me. Now, first of all, I suffer from a miserable cold for the past 2 days, and I think as a result of my dedication. Because I was preparing so hard for this event, I put in actually 30 hours of sleep for the past 48 hours. I want to be able to be fully energetic to meet all of you, and also because this is our first global product launch event for the whole world, we want to make it really successful. And today, we are right now in a very special venue. We chose the Kaida Cruise Terminal, a venue that holds special significance for Xpeng, because 4 years ago, this very location hosted one of our IPO roadshows. Back then, Xpeng became Hong Kong's first listed smart EV stock, introducing global investors to the rise of China's intelligent automotive industry right here in this city. Many of you may know a little bit about Xpeng, but may not be so familiar with our brand. And so today, we chose to have a deep dive into the brand today in Hong Kong at this very location. And now, while we're preparing for this location at this event, we debated whether to hold this launch event in cities like London, Munich, Singapore, or Sydney. But in the end, we decided to host our first global launch of 2025 right here in Hong Kong, because this city holds a special meaning for us, and this is the window for Xpeng to connect to the rest of the world. Tonight, Xpeng's Global Brand Night makes our very first brand launch events here in Hong Kong. I would like to take it from here and launch our dream to the world. Now, today, we want to spend some time to actually walk you through our history. Now, we've been 10 years in the making. Who are we? What development stage are we at? And in the future, where do we want to go? And how are we different from other automakers? Today, I would like to address these questions clearly at these launch events. Now, interestingly, the first question is, who are we? Xpeng. Where did it come from? Why did we name it Xpeng? If you come from mainland China, you might know that actually Xpeng, as the name of a company, has received a lot of controversy because Xpeng actually is my name. And for a while, our peers, Neo and Li Auto and us, a lot of people think of our peers as them having a really, really fancy name. And people question our name because Xpeng is just my name, nothing special. But I believe that in the future, there's going to be more and more Chinese companies being named after their founders or a person. And I think just like great companies out there like Ford and other companies, I think this bears responsibility and also is a great vision for us as well. Now, our global name is not Xpeng, it's Xpeng, because X means our dream for the future and our also exploration for the future as well, and our relentless exploration of the future technology and AI. Xpeng was never built to be a traditional automaker. We never want to become one. What really drives us is creating boundary-pushing innovations, whether it's intelligent driving, AI-powered cars, or beyond. We want to have technology empowerment. That is why we name ourselves Xpeng. Back in 2014, Xpeng was born in a garage at Guangzhou University Town, founded by a core team of internet professionals and engineers. Back then, we were tiny, and a lot of people questioned our existence and whether or not we could really survive. Back in 2014, we didn't even have an air conditioner in our garage. But a lot of great companies, such as Apple, Google, started from a very small size team with a very, very humble beginning in humble garages, maybe. And so, just like them, we're determined to build something that changes the world. A decade ago, when we first entered the industry of automaking, we saw that a lot of automakers were integrators. They were solution integrators or assembly workshops. Typically, an automaker takes about 30 other companies to come up with an integrated solution. And Xpeng was different from day one. Now, when we look around the world, a lot of technology company has started with in-house development capability. And that's why we started building our in-house capability as well. So Henry, He Tao, together with myself, we were the founders of the company. And since day one, we've set our mind to have very deep integrated technology R&D capability. And after 10 years' time, right now we see that more and more automakers are adopting this approach, using end-to-end development capability to do a cross-domain integration, because that's the only way for any automakers to generate user-friendly and actually good-to-use solutions. So a lot of people has commented that our products are becoming better and better, and the core driver for that is our technology investment. Now, coming from an internet industry, when I first decided to build cars, many friends call me crazy. Because a lot of people at the time thought that automaker were the pearl of the world, among all of the manufacturing industry. But at that time, we picked the most difficult thing to do. We believe in new energy. We also believe in smart driving and intelligent in the future. We believe that smart driving could really change the world. That is why Xpeng was very different from the get-go. We picked the path of intelligent manufacturing and also smart driving. And right now, history has proven us to be right. But 10 years ago, it was a very controversial decision and approach. Now, today we have media friends from around the world, and I would like to say that actually outside of China, smart driving and basically a smart car all around, inside and out, are still not being accessible around the world because of all kinds of reasons, such as laws and regulation and restrictions. But I believe that in the coming decade, smart and autonomous driving will change the world, and that will be our future. Now, let me share with you some numbers. 10 years ago, back in 2014, the penetration rate of China's new energy vehicle was only 0.3%. And in 2024, new energy vehicles penetration rate monthly has surpassed 50%. And back in 2014, which was 10 years ago, level 2 autonomous driving, which was the low-end autonomous driving, was less than 1% of penetration, but it has become 55.7% in 2024. So with that comparison, one can tell that great improvement and development are being witnessed in China for the past decade. So quickly, just to review what we have done in the past 10 years, in 2018, Xpeng launched our first vehicle, the G3. We equipped it with the most advanced smart features of the time, which is automated parking and voice control. And then we also are able to prove our unique aesthetics with our product launch. At that time, we also were the first automakers who, among all of the new energy vehicle makers that can surpass 100,000 units of sales. And in 2020, Xpeng became a listed company both in Hong Kong and in New York by 2021. We are the only Chinese company at the time that successfully do the dual listing. And I remember how tough it was at the time. I remember when I rang the bell at the New York Stock Exchange, I remember one colleague of our financing team, our IR team, actually cried and became very emotional because we faced a lot of financing pressure at the time. And I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to all of our investors, for all of our Xpeng users who supported us all the way from the get-go. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to be here. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to continue to build cooler and better EVs. Now, since our launch of G9 in 2022, we started a new chapter, which completely shattered the outdated stereotype of Chinese products being cheap and low quality in the global market. Also, it signifies our chapter from zero to chapter 1. G9 has received excellent market feedback and also become the best-selling cars in North Europe, and also in Middle East, and also Mid Africa and East Africa as well, especially among the mid to high-end pure electric vehicle SUV. So when I interview my distributors in Germany, what do you think our main characteristic is? And I thought they would talk about our cost control capability, etc. And they told me that actually your quality is great. As the 5th generation of distributors of Mercedes-Benz, they really value and prioritize quality. And G9 in 2023, G6 was launched as well, introducing the auto industry to a revolutionary concept, which is the tech democracy or empowerment. And G6 was the first model under the 200,000 renminbi to deliver 800-volt silicon carbon platform. We also are the full domain smart driving car in that price range, and also 12,000-ton mega casting, die casting as well. And lately, we launched G6 in Singapore, and it became the bestseller, well, actually among the top 3 best-selling models in pure electric vehicles in Singapore within a month. And also, it surpassed the sales of Model Y in Thailand in just 30 days as well. And I think democratizing this technology and cutting-edge technology is what tech democracy means. Now back to our, where our story began, back to that tiny garage, to our founding motivation. Actually, however, since our inception, we've always defined ourselves as an AI technology company. We innovate so that when drivers worldwide experience an EV for the first time, they don't just see a common model or a commuter car, so generic and joyless, but we believe that the car can understand what we need and sometimes can drive for us, and also can maybe use AI to deliver wonders at every turn. And so that's why we begin to go global. And right now, we have over 700,000 users of Xpeng, and we still dedicate ourselves to bring more joy to your driving experience. Now, there's one driver who actually recognized our commitment, who was the Volkswagen Group from Germany. The senior manager actually had a very comprehensive overview of all the available cars from China, and he chose us as a collaborator. And that was actually the first time for any Chinese new EV makers that were able to acquire a global partnership with this well-established brand, because traditionally, international brands see China as the factory of the world. But with our partnership with Volkswagen from Germany, it was the first time for Chinese automakers to achieve this collaboration and partnership, which also says a lot about our capability that receive global recognition. If you can take a look at this picture, I actually have more pictures. It might be very hard for you to imagine how stressful it is to take a picture among this round of 6 feet tall gentlemen. And so, and as you can see, I'm not 6 feet tall, but I believe all of the wisdom is stored within me. And I would also like to share with you more of our international performance. We believe that the global market is very important, and it's going to take a long time and sustainable effort to achieve. From the second half of 2020, that's when we first entered Norway as the first stop of our global market. And also for the past several years, we mainly focus on the Nordic regions. But starting from 2024, we begin to accelerate our global expansion. We enter 30 global markets. And in Europe's premium EV segment, which is the average selling price of above 40,000 euros, we've consistently ranked as China's #1 brand, the top-selling Chinese startup worldwide, which is worth celebrating. In 2025, we plan to further step up our globalization strategy. And over the next decade, we aim for half of our sales to come from the overseas, striving to really dominate as China's leading mid to high-end NEV export brand. Now, today, we have a lot of media friends from China and the rest of the world. I encourage all of you to stay in tune, to continue supporting us and watching our growth. Thank you. Now, here on the slide, you can actually see that for the first quarter of 2025, Xpeng not only weathered the slump, we made history. Again, we topped China's startup sales charts. If you focus on the first chart, we definitely surpassed our peak season record, because typically Q1 is the auto industry's lowest season. We not only weather the slump, we also have surpassed our past peak season records. So our year-over-year growth is over 300% for the first quarter of 2025. And also among all of China's startup of NEV, we are also ranked number 7 on the charts amongst all brands. And I believe that the next decade will witness very brutal competition in China. And I believe that ultimately we will have only 5 to 7 car makers left. Right now we're ranking number 7. So there's a long ways to go. We need to keep up our good work. Not only we need to build better products, we want to get the global market and continue to receive your support as well. In order to achieve that target, we established 9 R&D hubs around the world and hiring over 24,000 tech-passionate people around the world. I would like to also share a little bit of detail with you. Even in our earliest, our most fragile days, we already started a team in Silicon Valley. We are the only Chinese EV startup to actually maintain a research foothold there to this day. And we will continue to embrace globalization as really the driver of our technological development and progress. Now, entrepreneurship definitely demands faith and conviction. Without conviction, nothing can happen because we now are working as a united team. We are here to really change the world and fight this war. And we have changed a lot of people's lives as well. In this industry, a lot of people will complain about the grind and requires capital, it requires time and dedication. And the past 11 years have witnessed our perseverance and our commitment to autonomous driving and also our commitment to building flying cars as well. In the past 5 years, we have also dedicated a lot of efforts in building humanoid robots and our robotics development. And our hardware and software are all fully developed in-house. A lot of people questioned our choices. But what I want to tell everyone is that through today's global brand events, we would like to show all of you that we are a company with conviction, with faith, a company that is dedicated to change our life with technology. Now, Xpeng has always embedded social responsibility into our DNA. We've earned the ESG AAA rating for 2 years in a row. This recognition means that we have received recognition from global authorities regarding our sustainability. It's core to how we innovate, and we are committed to continue down this path of sustainability and social responsibility. And in the coming decade, we will continue to develop AI and autonomous driving and smart driving capability. Now, our first decade was the integration of smart, electric and automotive. But our next decade, our new decade, will pioneer AI and electrification and embodied intelligence. We will reimagine mobility beyond cars through technology. And we will go beyond just cars. Now, for this picture, as you can see, this is maybe one of the most important pages of this deck here, because this technology tree reveals how Xpeng foundational R&D fuels every innovation. We believe in 2 kinds of energy. The first one is new energy, which really just acts like the heart of our human body that pumps blood that support our every action. And the other energy comes from AI, because AI also drives new way of thinking, new ways of living. And so you have energy from the physical world and also from the intangible world as well. And together, combined, they have formed a new level of energy. Only with this combination of energy can we actually have all kinds of possibilities. We can add in different mobility, such as flying cars or robotics, but this is just different combinations. So in the future, with electrification and AI, we are going to have a new system of embodied intelligence, which also will be one of our priorities in the coming decade and will set us apart from our competitors. Thank you. Now allow me to ignite our technology tree, which with one of the most important ingredients, AI. Now, this picture has continued to inform me for the past decade because during every entrepreneurship, we keep thinking about the next decade. We're trying to come up with what's going to happen next, and we have to follow the mega trend. Nobody can really beat the trend. And so, if we can foresee a little bit or have a glimpse of what's coming, we can get the opportunity. Now, for the past several centuries around the world, the reason why technology and knowledge have gained so much development is because it's being driven by steam, electricity, internet, and now AI era is coming. And no one can outrun such a paradigm shift. And we have been positioning ourselves in a very good place in the AI world. And we believe that AI will speed up the world's development. Within this world of AI, I would like to share, first of all, we saw from the internet era that digitalization have changed a lot, and softwares were being created by a human, and software also help us to achieve digitalization. But AI is changing that, changing the landscape with large models through training, through reasoning. AI now can actually generate more and richer rules, and these rules are going to emerge and going to generate new rules that are beyond our imagination. And these logic in the coming 10 to 20 years are going to change the world in front of us. And it will come from three aspects. The first one is the human world model. For example, from OpenAI, Llama, Google, XAI, and those large model companies. And also this year, at the beginning of the year, DeepSeek emerged, Qianwen from Alibaba and Doubao from Baidu as well. They are building large models in the digital world. So apart from those large models in the digital world, there are also two other worlds. For example, the physical world models and the digital world models and human world models. And so the digital world, they are being driven by bytes. Human world models is being driven by or consisted with or of cells. And so Xpeng's target is to not only navigate the physical world with the digital world's capability, but also create innovation and disruption. For the past 100 years, we have accumulated a lot of information that has now become digitalized. But in the physical world, there was not a lot of data being collected. The things that we hear, the things that we touch, the things that we see, there's a lot of information and data out there that is being felt, but not yet being collected or repeatedly used or tapped into. And so with the physical world model, we believe that we can leverage this multimodality generated data and can help us to understand the world more comprehensively. Yesterday, during our physical world model launch event, we're excited to actually tell you that within the year, we are going to not only have our physical world model in the car, but also in our robots. So the past year really witnessed our development as a company that deploy end-to-end model in cars. At the same time, this year, we began to train billions and billions of cloud-based model, we now are also collecting millions of kilometers of actual authentic driving data to do pre-training. Now, there's a lot of cars on the road, but not many of them are generating valuable data. And so it's not easy to have this organized long-tail data from authentic driving experience. It's not easy. And with our pre-training and also reinforcement learning, we can really boost it. We can really boost the model's generational power, edge case handling, and also deploy via distillation, pruning, and quantization. The onboard model right now is very capable. Now, China's roles, basically among the world's most chaotic, are ironically our R&D's superpower. With this superpower, our system now can be trained and inherit the natural scalability and can master some extreme corner cases. And so our model right now can be so capable that it can do generalization in areas where we haven't collected data from. So I would like to actually show you a short video that was recorded by our users, all the way to Hong Kong, driving from mainland China to Hong Kong, using autonomous driving. Wow, I didn't know this can be applicable in Hong Kong. Wow, but it's really working well. Why are all the cars driving in the wrong way? But this autonomous driving capability is really impressive. Well, right now, if we drive back from Hong Kong, back to mainland China, do we have to adapt again? Just kidding. Wow, it actually learns. See, this car is learning how to follow the traffic rules here. Oh my God, this is so impressive. So there's a roundabout in front of us. Can we do it? Can we navigate this one? Can we handle it? Wow. It did. Look at this. Excellent. I'm speechless. Wow. Definitely impressive. And we smoothly navigated this roundabout with this XNGP. How do you like it? Isn't it interesting? Isn't it amazing? When I was shown this video, I was also impressed as well. I didn't know, Xpeng's model can now learn how to drive in a different way in Hong Kong because is a right-hand drive model or rule versus our cars mainly are trained with left-hand drive. Really impressive. What I'm trying to say here is that once you build your smart driving, autonomous driving capability in one country, it will only be a matter of short amount of time before you take over the world. But coming back to an autonomous driving capability, one of the most important things is chip. Globally speaking, among all of those AI companies, tech companies, all of them are building their chip or have already produced their own chip. 4 years ago, we started building our own chip as well. Our chip is called Turing AI chip. We believe that the world is having higher and higher requirements for computing power in the coming decade or decades. And right now, we can see that there's a lot of long-tail effect here in the digital world. It's the same in the physical world. Now, typically, traditionally, the computing power is just dozens of tops or maybe 100 tops, but in the future, cars in the future will have maybe several thousand or dozens of thousands of tops of computing power. And within this system, when it comes to computing power, the reason why we decided to do self-interpreting, self-development is because typically we have high requirements of computing power, and also if you have to purchase a GPU or TPU from a generic brand, you will have a lot of extra computing power that you cannot use, and there are generic scenario applications. Basically, it's wasteful to spend money on those computing power. So you have to come up with your own computing power, your own chip in order to customize for your cars. Let's look to the left side of the slide here. Our Turing chip basically have a very unique graphic processing unit. So basically, at night or in very, very adverse environment, for example, when it's raining, it provides better visibility and clarity. And so for Turing, we actually have 40 cores. For every single one of them, they can actually run about 30 bits of large model parameters. And so altogether, we have 30 billion parameters localized here. And when it comes to the computing power, let me just make an analogy to give you an idea. Turing chips basically delivers 3 times the computing power of conventional solutions. For example, Tesla's HW 4.0s, about twice of that. So this kind of computing power is not only being deployed in Xpeng's cars, but also among our flying cars and also our robots. Now, I also would like to share some exciting news with you. This Turing AI chip, which is game-changing, is going to mass produce in China in the second quarter, which is ahead of our expectation, ahead of schedule. Last quarter, I mean, in Q3 last year, we began the taping out. But we are so happy and excited that we successfully taped it out in the third quarter last year, and now mass production begins in Q2 this year. And chip is one of the most important part of our autonomous driving, and with that piece of the puzzle, we now can have our full stack self-development ecosystem, basically with cloud-based large models, vehicle-level AI models, Turing AI chips, and foundational framework. Basically, this is a hardware-software synergy at its most radical. Now, through this full-stack R&D, in-house capability, right now on a monthly basis, our autonomous driving is development so fast that gives us confidence that by end of the year, we can actually achieve level 3 equivalent autonomous driving in mainland China. Now, what is really L3? How can we tell L3, and how do we handle regulation and compliance? Let me just quickly address that. Right now, the majority of the autonomous driving capability right now in the market in China are L2. Basically, they can do it on the highway, but they struggle a little bit in city areas. But in the future, we believe that maybe it will require 10 or a dozen times of human intervention or takeover for every 100 kilometers of driving. So that's L2. And right now, with our media's testing, you can actually see that obviously some cars can demonstrate lower human intervention, within 100 kilometers. But that is just some incidents. When you look at the mass data being collected from the general public, every 100 kilometers at least, it requires maybe 10 times of human intervention or above that. And L3 needs to be 10 times better. But because of the limitation of regulation in China and also around the world, there's no company can really generate or produce L3 cars because regulations are lagging behind. But from another perspective, if when everything comes together, when regulation comes into the picture, then definitely we will be so ready for L3, that allows you to completely be hands-off. I believe that China and United States, by the end of the year, can actually witness the L3 capability on some cars. Now, At the same time, Xpeng expects to continue to drive the development of autonomous driving. In 2024, we put in 3.5 billion on autonomous driving and AI development. And this year, our budget of R&D is 4.5 billion. We want to become the first company, that can actually land our large model in the physical world. We also want to step up our game in autonomous driving, not only in China, but in the near future around the world. Now, we talked about AI on this technology tree. Let me quickly also go to electrification. Now, we have introduced the 5C ultra-fast charging AI battery. Now, here, I want to emphasize it's super safe, it's ultra-fast, and also energy efficient. Now, when we talk about 5C, this C represents the charging rate, C rate. The higher the C value, the greater the charging efficiency is, and the shorter the time required for a full charge will be. So right now, what's available in the market is that they are using 1C charging capability, and 5C is about 5 times stronger or better, which means that for every single second of charging, it can give you over 1 kilometer of driving range, and it charges up to 80% within 12 minutes. And let me just give you an analogy. Now, this car in here actually can have even higher charging efficiency than a smartphone. So with this 5C capability, we are now filling in the gap to make up for a lot of car shortcoming, which is low charging efficiency. And right now, we also are building our 5C charging infrastructure and network as well. We used to be able to cover 420 cities around the world with our supercharging self-branded station, with over 2,110 stations. And in Hong Kong, we just built our first charging station, which is right in the city center of the Hong Kong island. We expect to build more charging stations around Hong Kong, and not only Hong Kong, but globally speaking as well. Together with Singapore and Europe, we work with their largest charging operators that allow us to actually build a network that connects the 3 countries of Singapore, Malaysia, and Thailand. We now also have connected to 27 countries in Europe with over 850,000 charging stations. And our 5C charging efficiency is way higher than traditional cars, traditional EVs. Now, battery safety is also one of the top concerns of many people. So our 5C battery have a bulletproof level safety. So if you look at the picture here, we actually have a battery pack that actually is very, very solid. We have tried to actually shoot a bunch of bullets to see its protection, and you can see the battery was basically intact after that kind of attack. Additionally, it's dust-proof and waterproof, passing a 48-hour immersion test without any leakage. At the same time, Xpeng have a very high energy efficiency as well. We have leading energy efficiency management. Our self-developed next generation silicon carbide coaxial e-drive system achieved a record-breaking 93.5% CLTCE efficiency rating, the highest in the industry. This basically means that in Hong Kong, you only have to pay as low as 10 cents of Hong Kong dollars per kilometer. Basically, this is cheaper than if you would have to fill in the gas for your traditional ICE car. Now, last year, I traveled across many countries to study local energy landscape, and I saw that a lot of countries not only expect to have pure electric vehicle, but also hybrid cars as well, because they don't have a well-developed and mature infrastructure. So we have been trying to figure out a better energy system and product line. That is when we come up with our Kunpeng charging system. This is basically our newest level of extended range product, and its driving range is unprecedented, basically double of the conventional extended range vehicles. Right now, we can offer 430 kilometers. At the same time, because we adopt a 500-volt 5C high voltage platform, it also can achieve 1 kilometers of range per second with a total combined range of 1,400 kilometers, basically exceeding the expectation of the market, which means that our capability of electrification is just getting better and better. I would also like to share some good news with you. Our Kunpeng electrification system will be fully launched and mass produced in 2025 Q4, which means that we're going to launch it to the whole world by 2026. Allow me to also talk about flying cars, which is part of our product line for our embodied intelligence. Now, is any one of you interested in buying a flying car? I think anyone who is curious to explore would be interested in actually flying alone. Now, all of us have actually traveled in an airplane, but not many of us have actually flown or piloted an airplane. Now, it was back in the 18th centuries when car was first invented by Mercedes-Benz. But when it comes to airplanes, history disagrees because a lot of early pioneers actually accidentally, passed away when they were experimenting how to fly. And the Wright brothers obviously was an exception, but the best machines out there for our commute and mobility have over 100 years of history. Right now, globally speaking, car companies, we have Volkswagen and also Toyota that actually are the top selling car makers around the world. But globally speaking, doesn't matter your size as a airplane company, nobody has ever sold over 1,000 aircraft. Why is that? Now, obviously, there are a lot of reasons for that because obviously airplanes are more expensive, learning cost is higher, and also it's not that easy to use or fly. And I believe that in the near future, flying cars will be a good alternative to traditional vehicles. In the coming 10 to 20 years, flying cars will probably be 3% to 5% of the sales scale of the automotive industry, and the market size will be 20% of the current automotive market size. And we have our HT Aero company that have been very dedicated to flying cars development. We are also very excited to see that we have full stack capability for 4 core components, including the powertrain system, advanced composite materials, flight control and navigation, and autonomous aerial driving. Now, HT, our company in our ecosystem actually have this product launched today. This is its Asia debut of our land aircraft carrier. In the past, during several times of our product demo, we have already received 4,000 orders, pre-orders, and we now have made a promise of selling each aircraft or flying car of less than 2 million RMB per unit. And so if you can do the math there, this is over 100 million already. And our cars are being mass produced, and hopefully in the future we can actually not only mass produce but also be delivered around the world, not only in China. Look at our flying cars factory. It's being built right now. Hopefully by Q4 this year, we can produce our first batch of flying cars. We can also get a license, hopefully, for this flying cars. We also hope that once we can do this mass production, we can actually achieve 100,000 units of capacity every year, which is more than the best aircraft companies right now when it comes to capacity. Now, we just quickly talked about our flying cars. We would also like to talk about our AI cars. Now, AI robotics. This year has been a great year for robotics. If you open any apps on your phone, you're going to see a lot of videos about robots. But honestly speaking, right now, it doesn't matter if it's a humanoid robot or four-legged robot, they are still very basic. So they're being remotely controlled by human. It's not fully autonomous yet. And so the kind of robots that we're developing here at Xpeng is not one that needs to be controlled. We expect it to have autonomy and its own thinking to some extent. So this is the kind of robots that we're planning to build. After 5 years of development and research, we believe that robotics are way harder to make than cars. Let's say if a car doesn't have the intelligence, it still can be used because you can drive it. But when a robot doesn't have the intelligence that it requires to have, it's going to be useless. So it's very important for it to have that autonomous capability, and it's way harder to achieve because it's a combination of a full domain of capability to actually have lot of combination and integration. So we believe that R&D for robots will take a lot more resources. 50 billion is just the entry level capital requirement. And for us, because we follow the same logic of autonomous driving when it comes to developing humanoid robots, this will require, following the L1 to L5 categorization, we need to at least achieve L3 on a robot before it can be mass produced. Now, mass produced is just the first step. It will still be rounds of iteration before it can really become a household product. Now, historically, we have produced a lot of humanoid robots that look extremely human-like. Now, do you know how many joints we have as a human? We actually have looked it up. If we looked at main joints, we have 120, and our humanoid robot was one-to-one human scale design, 178 centimeters and 70 kgs weight, and we have 62 active degrees of freedom, full body mobility. The reason why we now have this human-like robot is because, first of all, if you need to have an autonomous robot, you need a lot of data. And where does the data come from? It's not like large language model that just draws from the internet or our stored knowledge. Robots need completely new set of data because you have to learn from humans, actions, and you have to learn from scratch and collect a lot of data. And so that's why our robot, Iron, is completely designed to be human-like, and at the same time, it now carries our self-developed Turing AI chip. And we now are redeveloping all of the parts from legs to arms to hands to the neck, every single joint. I hope that in the future our Iron robots can really act like a human and can interact with you better. Thank you. So that was our robots. And in the world of robotics, what we see right now is that a lot of our competitors are focusing on the lower body, but the most challenging part from the hardware's perspective is the hands. Hands are the most complicated, and from the AI's perspective, from your brain stem to your brain and also to your language capability and natural language processing capability, all of those can be challenging. Only when you can combine these different parts together can you have a fully autonomous humanoid robots. And right now, our iron robot is working in our Guangzhou factory, obviously within a pilot project. And we plan to actually mass produce those robots in 2026. If you are running any factories, you are more than welcome to come visit us to see if our robots can actually help you work together with your human labor to see if we can have synergy and have a higher efficiency of work and higher productivity. Now, we have systematically introduced the history of Xpeng, our differentiation, our embodied intelligence, our electrification, and our AI capability. We also talked about our AI chip, our flying cars and our humanoid robots. Coming up, I think one of the most important themes of today is our AI car. Now here we have outlined our several models from all the way, from the first G6, from the first product that we launched all the way to M03. So I can proudly say that every single one of the model that we launched, the timing that we launched was the best pick. We were able to launch the highest level of autonomous driving capability of the industry at the time of the launch. And today, we now would like to officially introduce Xpeng's X9, our flagship product for the global market. Now, X9 today has a unique differentiation. Now, when we launched our previous models, they were launched in mainland China. But today, this car, this launch will be our first global launch. We are now introducing our first flagship model to the whole world. And we are launching this product simultaneously in Hong Kong and in different parts of the world. Let's watch the video.
Sunlight spills through the window, warm and slow. Every smile we share is a place I call home. Oh, every moment soft and bright. Love is shining in your light. Love is here in every touch, in every sign. A quiet gift, a spark that stands the test of time. Every memory safe and true, deep inside. Home is you, where love and time collide.
小 P 带我们去约定地点。
Every second and every glance, love holds time within its hands.
这个说实话，我们在写这个 PPT 的时
I
候
mean, to be honest, when we were drafting this PowerPoint, I was just amazed by how great this X9 is. It really motivated me to purchase another car. Now, a lot of people wanted me to really speed up the process of introducing this car, but it's so hard because there are so many advantages to this car. Now, X9 was first launched years before, and within a year, we became the bestseller in mid to high-end pure electric MPV. Now, within the chart there, you can actually see we're comparing ourselves with Alpha. The reason why we put it here, even though it's an ICE, the reason why we put it here is because we are very glad to find that and discover that actually Xpeng topped the charts. Alpha was the car that we model X9 on when we designed MPV before we produced the car. I mean, I myself drove an Alpha, and I honestly think that Alpha is a great car to drive. It provides a lot of comforts. And so we have always thought that maybe we can pay our respect to the most classic car of its kind when it comes to the comfortness, the performance, etc., and technology. Can we surpass the classic as well? And so last year we were very glad that Xpeng's X9 really topped the selling chart, and I believe that a lot of you are actually X9's car owners. Thank you so much for your support. Now, X9 for the past year not only were delivered in China, but also was being delivered to Singapore, Macau, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand and beyond. We actually have a user coming from Thailand who just got his X9 a week ago. And I think X9 has provided a lot of luxurious and fun driving experience for people around the world. And today we officially launch our 2025 facelift version of X9. But I want to say and emphasize that it's being based, it's really basing itself on 2024's version. And let's first have a quick review of X9, the old version of X9. We have already received a lot of positive feedback. Some people say that, well, it's the most space-efficient MPV on the planet, and the best of its kind, and maximum cabin utility. It also peaks smart technology, lowest energy consumption, and also someone said that once the X9 hit our region and our country, we realized that how many compromises they've accepted with Alpha. And Xpeng's tech advancement really kills all the competition. We also have heard criticism and suggestion from our users as well. So we have extensively surveyed, over 1,000 owners of X9, and we hear unfiltered feedback as well. For example, can the chassis be even smoother, more solid? Can it be even quieter, etc.? So for our 2025 X9 facelift, one of our biggest missions is to really deliver every request from all of you to make it even more comfortable. Now, our 2025 facelift version of X9, we believe that it's not a small facelift version. It's definitely a big upgrade. It actually has 496 parts being upgraded, and also a lot of replacement as well. Now, X9 used to really represent smart driving and comfortness, in this category, but right now we even make it better. So when it comes to our 2025 X9 version, we have different kinds of color. We first of all have our purple color, which is attracted to a significant number of female owners. This year, we also launched a unique kind of blue. Galaxy blue. Now, typically, we don't offer this cold color very much, but outside you can actually see that this galaxy blue, it's so attractive that I even want to get one. Now, I also, we also have launched a color that I liked, which is a starship gray. Now, this is also a very, very highly texturized color that brings out a sense of quietly confident charm. And also we have a lunar silver, and also we have the classic color white. I myself have two white X9s. And so we have already listed out the main colors. We have purple, blue, we also have the silver, gray, and black as well, and white. So we have 6 colors in total. Now, the reason why we want to launch this facelift version of MPV is because, traditionally people think about, MPV is for professional drivers, you want to take extinguished gas, and mostly we're just the passengers. But right now, if such an MPV can be a fun drive, why not? If it has very good handling, why not? I mean, we can drive it as well. And so we are now trying to disrupt the tradition by offering this aesthetics and this appeal, and also this fun driving experience. And so when it comes to the exterior design, we've introduced this stunning Stella floating wheel hub, for this facelift version, and within the category of MPV, its specs are really topping the chart. At the same time, we now have produced this stunning 20-inch Stella floating wheel hub for this version. If you are familiar with Rolls-Royce, you must immediately recognize this technology and this specification. So when you're driving, the logo doesn't change, which also exude a sense of confident charm and elegance as well. Now, typically, this design belongs to luxury cars that are selling at millions of RMB, that price range. But today, you can actually get it with our car. And also, we offer the aero gray color scheme as well, an incredible versatile shade. We also offer the moon shadow beige color that offer a more understated and relaxing alternative. So we have 3 interior colors for your choice. Now, coming to the core offering of X9 this time is the comfortness. How can we sit in a more comfortable environment, make it more comfortable for everyone? So I think that this is one of the most important groundbreaking decision on design for our 2025 X9 facelift version, because it's our so-called zero gravity seats, and I think it deserves a round of applause here, because a lot of people are not familiar with the concept of zero gravity seats. Let me just give you a little bit of information. It basically allows you to sit in a very comfortable posture, and so when you are fully lying down, your heart is in the same level as your legs. That means that your heart is not working hard to pump a lot of blood, and so that feels like zero gravity. So when you enter that position, zero gravity seats means that it offers more comfortness. Now, obviously, I'm not the technical person here, not the best person to introduce this experience, because you will have to see it for yourself. Please come to our store and try sit on those seats. Now, we used to have that zero gravity seats in our other product offerings, but we didn't have that middle aisle, especially for kids who are sitting in this MPV. If you want to walk around, you might need that extra space. So a lot of people say that, can we have the best of both worlds? Can we not only have those good seats, but also allow our kids to walk around? So we used to have to pick between the two, but because of our dedication, the efforts that we put in, right now we finally can combine these 2 advantages. Not only can we achieve this zero gravity seats, but also we offer this middle aisle that allow easy mobility from the second row to the third row. We are the only in the industry that can solve that technical issue and challenge. And also, zero technology, the zero gravity seats is equipped with two charging plugs. Basically, when you get in the car, maybe you're carrying a phone, you don't have anywhere else to put your phone in there. You might not have a sort of customized space for your phone. Now, for every single zero gravity seats that we offer, we not only have a place for your phone, but also have a place to charge your phone as well. So even when you have two phones with you, you have enough space for them. Not only is that available in the second row, but also we have heating, massage function for all of the seats, not only for the second row. It comes as standard. For our third row, it's also heated as well, because we want every single family member, it doesn't matter where you sit, you can enjoy the same kind of comfort. So you can see that this is different from a lot of MPVs. We really value the first row because sometimes you can be the driver, right? Sometimes maybe the husband is sitting on the first row as the driver, and the wife is the passenger in the first row. So we also offer this comfort features for all seats. At the same time, massage function is a big selling point as well. Actually, if you look at the massage functionality that we offer, we have consulted a lot of experienced masseuses and those massage professionals, and they tell us a lot that we didn't know before. We used to thought that the harder the better, but actually you have to. Well, actually, I should keep it as a secret. This is the secret. They anyway have their own techniques. And once we learn those industry know-how, we actually develop this massage function together with those professionals. And now you can actually select whether or not you want to have those massage function in your seats that also can have better performance than Alpha. Now, what about space? Space is one of the most important thing that MPV offers. So when it comes to our X9, we already advertised a lot about the spaciousness of this car. But from the first row to the third row, every seat offers generous, uncompromising room. I want to actually highlight the third row. The third row is just like the second row of Mercedes-Benz second row. So how's that for you? It's great, right? So we do not make any compromises when it comes to the space of our seating. Now, apart from the comfort that these seats offer, we also need to talk about what's beneath that, the chassis. Now, X9 can actually offer the comfort that typically luxury cars offer. We have this dual chamber, not single chamber. But basically, when other cars do not emphasize on how many chambers, they are having only single chamber. But we actually offer dual chamber air suspension. Everyone knows is the gold standard. We also make it a standard across all trims. So we do not make you choose. You have to have that because it comes as standard. That's the dual air chamber, air suspension, which means that when we're driving, when X9 is driving on bumpy roads, you will experience nothing. For every single seat, doesn't matter where you're sitting, you will have the best comfort. And we have done some serious lab testing. The comfortness is actually about 50% better than Alpha. At the same time, we offer the 90 millimeters air suspension and adjustment space or flexibility. You actually can go through some big potholes on the road, and also you can either make it larger or smaller when you go through different road conditions. And we can also lower the threshold all the way to 37 centimeters, make it very easy for kids to get on and off the car. At the same time, we have a Wells innovating 60 motion comfort system to really combat car sickness. Let's take a look at this picture here. Now we know that most of the time when we're driving on good roads, we're not going to experience any car sickness. But sometimes when we're driving on bumpy roads, we do experience discomfort. That is when car sickness hit us the worst. And Alphard did really well when it comes to handle that. There was only 0.12 G of weightlessness on highways. So we're trying to imitate Alphard. We are now pushing it further, reducing this to under 0.1 G with 11% less body fluctuation than the Alphard. So basically, you won't feel any road imperfection virtually on the road. And on the road here, you can actually see we're about 23% less of body roll. And also, we reduced the lateral sway by 21.5% compared to Alphard as well. And so as a result, even the twistiest roads feels very straight, and the tightest bands seem to shrink as well. So when you also, let's talk about city commutes, when you have to do like stop and go traffic where you constantly have to alternate between braking and accelerating, whether the vehicle lurches forward or becomes make a brake factor or comfort, we also tackle this with our 24% reduced pitch angle than Alphard and 30% slower pitch rate as well. Apart from that, we also have a unique technology. Our AI technology allows our car to be more comfortable. That means that if you experience bumpy roads or have speed bumps, the first time you go past it, it will become part of the learning experience. And the next time when you go through that, the car will automatically change the air suspension so that you will not experience that bumpiness. And for every single second, it's learning. And also for every second, it can actually make adjustment of the air suspension by 200 times. So with AI working together with the chassis and air suspension, all the drivers of X9 can now expect to have a very comfortable, driving experience. Allow me to demonstrate the chassis performance in this video. Now, this was our X9. It was definitely not an easy road to build such a beautiful car that can have a million renminbi level comfortness. At the same time, we have this $1 million level acoustic refinement as well. The past year, we spent about 50 million renminbi on R&D of this car. We benchmark luxury cars. We incorporate all kinds of hardware and software to build an even quieter space. We have done 58 total refinement to achieve quantum leaps in silencing. So it doesn't matter if you are driving in on high-speed roads or in city commute. We hope that we can basically reduce the wind noise to the minimum. We also have a benchmark Alphard in MPV. We want to become quieter than MPV. Allow me to demonstrate our performance in this video.
现在开始做第8套广播体操，原地踏步，走，1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、2、2、3、4、5、6、7，停，伸展运动，预备，起，1、2、3。
So,
for a good car, comfort is definitely one of the most important priorities. So through these short videos, I hope that you can see how much effort we put in, what kind of performance we can demonstrate. Now, I also would like to emphasize the utility of this car. One of the most important features is actually why it surprised and impressed a lot of celebrities last year, which is our third row. We can actually quickly fold it up and flip it under the floor with one click. So you can either make it an MPV, but also make it as a huge SUV as well. So typically, even though we're driving an MPV, most of the time we're just using 4 seats. That's the majority of the user scenario. So with our one-touch electric folding for the third row, we now can actually quickly hide the third row totally flat under the floor, which offer more space. And I invite all of you to try it out yourself in our demo room. Now, the reason why we can do it is because when we manufacture the car, we have the die casting technology that allow us to have this unique design. Now, once you fold up the third row, what can you do with that? Because then it offers or unlocks 7.7 square meters of cube space. You could either put a standard 1.8 meter times by 1.5 meters double bed, which is perfect for napping. You also can easily put 5 bicycles in the car. You don't have to put it on top of the car. Now, a friend of us, from the media, actually was an avid cyclist, who used to have to rely on, for example, cargo vans to transport his bikes to ride. Until he test drove our X9 last week, he now replaced that option, just basically use X9 and place an order for X9 to fit into his lifestyle. We now also have a 220-volt power outlet, which finally arrived here. This power outlet is very useful because now a lot of MPVs place their power outlets next to the fridge. And for our design, for convenient use, we actually put it next to the hidden part of the second row. So it's safer, kids won't easily touch it. And so when you have a 220-volt power outlet in the car, you can do a lot of things. For example, you can play Switch console, you can charge your phone, you can also sterilize your bottle, you also can charge your laptop. So having this power outlet is definitely very important, an important upgrade feature for X9. And also our 2025 X9 introduced a groundbreaking wireless karaoke system, which requires no mics. We have 23 speakers in the audio system. We now have 2,180-watt powerhouse sound, have a 7.1.6 channel immersive acoustics. So anybody within the car can easily sing along when it's in the karaoke mode. We also support 4 child seats in the car at most. So it doesn't matter, how many kids you have, 1, 2, 3, or 4, we now support all of them. So this is kind of like a mini baby bus. We also offer a smart seat detection system alerts for your child seats as well. If you are not properly installed, if the seats are not properly installed, we will give you an alert. At the same time, the rear cabin features a class-leading 21.4-inch entertainment screen, which is a built-in flat screen TV. And also, it's a hub of entertainment because you can pre-download YouTube or other global video apps. Everything can be downloaded. I actually have a lot of friends, after they purchase X9, they really become, X9 become their family favorite because their kids would only ride in X9 because they can watch cartoons in car, and so it's a great way to entertain your kids. At the same time, for our 2025 upgrade version, we also have a better eye care certified display as well. With our TUV low blue light certification, this screen now can cut a lot of harmful blue lights by 50%. So it's more vision friendly. And we have done a lot more upgrades across different aspects. For example, when kids are watching TV in the last row, the driver can actually use voice assistant to command the screen or the audio system to maybe make it louder or quieter. At the same time, you can also have the child lock 2.0 version on, which will allow your screen to have a child lock, and your kids won't mistouch anything on the second row. At the same time, our entertainment system has this so-called triple anti-pinch tech. So we have the physical rebound. If the screen meets resistance, it instantly reverses direction. We also have the dark screen movement. The screen stays off during opening or closing as well. At the same time, we have debuted the world's first surround silent airflow system. Now, we have engineered thousands of micro vents in the headliner distribute air like a rainfall shower. Because when you're sitting in the back of the car, you really feel the harsh wind that's blowing on your face or your skin. So the fact that we now are able to install these micro vents can really help us to offer a very comfortable airflow. And so X9 definitely offers this aircon climate for older people and for kids. The reason why I catch a cold must be the reason why, must be because I didn't ride X9 that much.
乐一体式的大冰箱，它可以装8瓶570毫升的矿泉水，它可以热牛奶，它可以冰镇饮料。当你去菜市场买了一些生鲜的时候，你也可以临时
And
放在冰
also,
箱里。
we
你可以
provide
用语音控
cool
制小
coolers
批
from
打开
45
冰箱，
degree
而且
to
你不
18
用太
degree in
担心
5
变化。
minutes,
无
and a
论制冷制热，它24小时
10.8 liter fridge freezer, and actually it sips energy efficiently. It uses just 0.5 kilowatt per hour in water in 24 hours. And also we have provided with softer closed doors. Unlike the traditional MPVs, that we have actually equipped the X9 with softer closed doors at all the front and back side.
刚刚我们介绍了
So just now we've talked about the utility comfort, but we actually know that X9 is a differentiator. It has a lot of functionalities provided or designed tailored for the families. So 2025 X9 is actually the world's first to have the standard rear wheel driving steering MPV. So when you are turning, your front wheel will turn and the rear wheel will also turn around. So as a result of which that it will be with only 5.2 meters of the turning diameter of its segment. So its turning circle beats smart. I came to Hong Kong quite often. We know that from Bangkok alleys to Singapore CBD to Paris, that there are a lot of roads very difficult to navigate. Then X9 provides a solution in such a compact or extreme road conditions that we can nimbly navigate in these global road conditions. That is really zero hassle. The X9 will also achieve 200 kilometers per hour and 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 5.7 seconds. So I drive petrol MPV. I think the acceleration and braking was actually slow. While for X9, we will of course beat this in these kind of conditions. So next, I want to share with you through a video the X9's handling.
请选择地图类型。
Please choose the map.
选择挑战车辆。
3, 2, 1.
I want to emphasize that in this video, you can see it's like a driving technique, but it truly showed you how smart our turning curve technology is. A lot of people were worried about driving such a large car. They thought it was difficult to navigate, like driving a tank. It was the same feeling for me. It's very inconvenient to navigate, but it's a different story for X9. It's a very nimble experience. Such a big car can still drive around nimbly or turn around nimbly. Now, I just covered driving comfort. Now switch to smart driving. People who are familiar with Xpeng, you know that Xpeng is actually the first in China to deliver AI to be configured for all trims from last year and to G6, G9, 2025 model and 2025 X9. So you can see Touring AI is actually configured on all models, no actual costs incurred. So launching in China mainland first due to the road regulations. And globally, we also really looking forward to roll out the technology or autonomous driving as soon as possible in the end of 2025 or the beginning of 2026. We're really looking forward to opening up of the overseas regulations. I believe in the future, we will also have our footprint globally. And also in 2025, we'll also embedded next generation hardware for autonomous driving. We hope that L3, L4 technologies will also be launched globally in the future. For X9, we also debuted a so-called automatic route learning so that it can park wherever you designate. Many a time when you go to a strange city or a place that you don't know, when you are driving the car, it is actually mostly based on your tradition of driving, while autonomous automatic route learning can be incorporated into X9 to help you navigate smoothly. So next I want to talk about safety. Safety comes first. It's a seven-seater for the whole family. Thus, it means we need to deliver safety at four fronts. Maybe you are not familiar with a fortress kind of safety. It actually has 6 pillars: passive active driving, health, battery, and privacy safety as the fortress of safety delivered by X9. We believe that will provide as a fortress to the family. So let me quickly go through the safety standard for X9. So X9 is currently the only new energy MPV that has obtained both a 5-star C and CAP or rating and a CIASI full excellent well certification. And also X9 is actually a integrated casting for both front and rear. And there was a story about a tanker rammed a X9 owner, and that X9 was actually sandwiched between a truck and the barrier. That tanker was actually about 70 tons. However, the driver walked away unscathed. And I believe that MPV safety should surpassing or should be beyond our imagination. So that's why we pay great attention to safety of X9. It can be attributed to integrated casting, so that the turning rigidity will usually be 3 times stiffer than the traditional steel and well. So actually, it provides a robust protection for the body of the car, while the active protection of the X9 will also help you to ensure the safety of commuting. In H2, AEB will continue to be improved, and we also hope that OTAs will keep evolving. Well, in terms of a railway steering in X9 2025, will continue to enhance the stability, especially in moisturized or wet road conditions. We hope that the safety stability of the body can be increased by 70%. So during storms or raining days, unlike the traditional vehicles that we have to rely on the front well to control the stability, but for X9, we hope both the front and the rear wheels will contribute to the body safety. So during turning, you can see that the wheels will be like have the skids, so prevent the skids in turns like a kind of a virtual snow chains. And also, we hope that we can become a 5-star safety car. In the past few years, we have achieved multiple health safety certification, which are actually much higher than our segment cars. So we actually provide safety protection for the elderly, children, and pregnant ladies. And also in terms of privacy protection, we actually got the highest level of certification of iVista. So physical and cyber shields, X9 can guard every passenger's privacy. Finally, I want to walk you through X9 range, which is of the highest or the class-leading range expands in our segment. First, the 2025 X9 model is actually able to be upgraded to our charging speed. We can deliver 5C. So within that charging speed, we can fully charge at 3 seconds. So actually, by once of the charging, you are able to drive 405 kilometers in 10 minutes. So that means that you only need to charge once between Shenzhen and Hong Kong. A lot of people say that we are actually exporting technologies to overseas countries. We are the top 3 in terms of ultra-fast charging and range. We are exporting the technology to EMEA so that our power consumption can be only as low as 12.2 kilometers per hour. So that is per hour, best in class efficiency. So there was actually one owner drove 2,000 kilometers non-stop with X9. That proves that X9 can unlock a life's adventure for families around the world. So you and your family can enjoy the joy of driving X9. So just now, I've introduced the Xpeng X9 2025, the flagship model, a quick summary. So this new model of X9 boasts triple-row luxury, and we also focus on the aisle and zero-gravity seating. We have robust chassis and also class-exclusive tech, as well as the rear wheel steering, best of the class, and also Touring AI chip equipped in the model, ultra-fast charging. We believe that X9 will reshape the family application of the smart cars and smart driving. So coming to the end of this launching ceremony, we believe that X9 will not just be a refresh. I believe it's actually a rebirth. We're really looking forward that 2025, the flagship X9 can be the best example of ultimate comfort and the driving experience of MPV. We hope all the 7-seaters can be safer, more comfortable, more spacious, smarter, better driving experience for all. And I believe for the same price range, our config is actually the top in the segment. While at the same level of config, I believe, and actually I expect, which can be summarized in one sentence. Full front? No. What else? So actually, it's too good to miss. At its specs, the price is too good to miss, as Gen Z says. We hope that no other MPV offers this much for this money. Only X9 can do that. So in order to achieve that, I think our promise of tech equality and robust technology quality can deliver the smartest MPV at this price. No need to envy the million RMB option. Now,
我先来公布
let me reveal
小鹏
the prices for 2025 X9
自动辅助驾驶的 Max 版本，
with Max version with CLTC of 740 kilometers. What is the price?
39.98万元。
99.8.
同时，我们推出第二
And
款
also
是
the second
超
version,
长续航
ultra long
它的
range Max
续航里程是
CLTC range
740公里。
40
它在中
kilometers.
国内地的价格是
In mainland China, the price is
37.98万元。
779.8 739.8 thousand RMB. Is it exciting?
这个第三款
Third version,
2025款小鹏 S9 长续航 Max 版本，
2025
拥有
Max
CLTC
650 kilometers
它
of
在
the
中国
range.
内地的售价是
The price in mainland China is
35.98万元。
359,800 RMB.
相比
So that
2024的
versus a
X9
2024 version of
加
X9,
价，
we
是不
delivered
是
more
太香
prices,
了？
but no more
我们希望
expensive.
用这个价格
Isn't that every penny delivers value? We hope we can empower more families, every individuals, so you can get the best out of your every penny. Use the savings for family adventures
好好的玩一次。
to drive X9 and enjoy your life.
那么小鹏2025款 S9 全面换新，我相
So
信
for
是一个从商务
we
舱
also provide an
头等舱的
option.
过程。所以
It's
在
more
这里
like
面
a
我们
changing
跟
from
2024款 S9 做
the
了一
business
个对比。
class to
我们可以
Lux
看到，在
class.
配置能力上
While in terms
实
of
现了
configuration and
较大幅
package,
度的升级，
we
但
are
是
able
价
to
格却
upgrade
保持了不
tremendously
变。我们
without
升级了过道版
the price
民众翼太
rising.
空座椅，
We
我们
have
升级了
the
1、2排标配
upgraded
10点按
the
摩，
seating
2排
featuring
腿托
net
加热， 3
gravity
排
and
座椅
also
加
the
热。
heating
我
for
们
the
将底
third
盘的
row
舒适性
seats
进一步
and
提
the
升，
comfort of the
氛围学的
chassis
静谧性进一
and
步提升，
also the
全
quietness
系
of the
续航
cabinet
提升，
increased
以及全
and
车的内
the
饰
full range
进行了
increased,
升级换新调
interiors
整。我
upgraded
相
and
信这就
refreshed.
不是
So
小
we
改款，而
believe
是
that
大
it's
换
not
新。
just a small lift, it's a renovation.
而且我们还推出了可以按需
Also,
升级的
we
配置。
have provided
如果你
different
想
optional
拥有
packages for
更
you.
舒适的座
If you
舱
want
体
to
验，
have a
可以
Lux
选
cabin,
配
you
我们
can
的座舱
choose
升级套装。
our Lux
那么
cabin
中国
package.
内地的售价
The mainland
是
China's price
18000元。如果你
18,000
想
RMB.
选用20寸
If you
的
want to
星耀
choose
悬浮的轮毂，
20-inch
可以升级
Starship
8000元。 如
hubcap,
果包括了哑光芯片
8,000
灰的车
RMB,
漆
Matte
的8000元。
Galaxy
我
Gray,
相信大
8,000
家可以根据
RMB.
自己的需要自由地选
Respectively,
装。
so we
我们的
provide
承诺
different
是在 S9 的
packages
研
for
发
your
过程中间，
choices.
我们希
So
望
in
基础
this
给匹配原
R&D
则。那么
development,
你
we
得到的
commit
永远
that
会是
we
行
will
业最
provide
领
the
先的
best
体验。
quality of the
那么
fundamental
大家
architecture.
会
So you
有人
always
说，我
get
想
the
选一个
premium
全家桶怎么
experience
办？
out of it. While some of
惊喜
them
来了，
may
我们
want
还有一
them
个版本。
all. There's a surprise for you.
我们相信，
We have
对
another different
极
version.
少部分的车主，
For a very
你们可
limited
能需
number
要一
of
个顶
users,
配豪
you
华
want to
的
have the
版本，
top
也就是新建
Lux
灰版本，
version
无
or
需
the
额外选
Flagship
配，
Gray
入手
without
就是顶
any
配。除了
added
标配刚刚
costs.
我们所
You want
写
the
的
top of
这些
everything.
顶级的
So
套装，我
apart
们还
from
会
these
专
top
属
features I
定
just
制了
shared, we
非
have
常多的精
provided
致套装，
exclusive
让车内的舒
packages
适
for
再
the
次进
users,
阶
so
到一个
internal
殿堂
comfort
级
can
的水
still
平。
hit
那么
the
在
highest
2025
level
款小
of
鹏
the
S9
market.
新建版拥
So
有
in
702
2025
CLTC 续航的
flagship
新建版，中国内地
X9
售价
with the range
是
of 702 kilometers. The price in mainland China
41.98万
is
元。
419,800 RMB.
所以这是2025款小鹏
So
S9
these
超
are
舒适
the
AI 大
ultra
气座
comfort
的4个价
AI
格，
7-seater
从新
four
建版的
versions and the
41.98
prices
到
from
650长续航 Max 版本
650 to
35.98万元。那
740
么
to
我们相信
2, as well as the flagship of the Galaxy version, you can see that our products will satisfy your need for high-tech and luxe version, so that for X9 will continue to have consistent global standard and devils in the details as we committed to. We hope that the global users will have the joyful, smart, and ultra comfort delivered by X9. And for this, we provide a very friendly price for all of you. So here, I also want to share with you our perks for the new buyers. On the screen, you can see very detailed prices and the perks. So apart from that, we have some surprises for you. While for 2024 X9 users, we provided IO version zero gravity seating upgrading package. Only 12,000 RMB, your older version seating can be upgraded to zero gravity seats. So when the order opening is open in the end of the month on our website, you can opt in. And also for 2024 X9 older users, we have provided a quietness upgrading package for you. We hope that even in highways, you can enjoy a quieter driving experiences. It's for free. I'm also an owner of 2024 X9. I think that compared to other MPV, it was really good, but I'm still really looking forward to the new version of 2025 X9. Software can still be evolved and upgraded. I'm very satisfied with the clouds and also G6 and G9. We have also provided upgrading package for streaming and also mirror upgrade, 1,999 RMB for you. And also for smart sunscreen upgrade package, 1,599 RMB for you. So we are actually opening a new window, not just on a monthly, quarterly basis for OTA upgrading. We're exploring new ways to upgrade hardware for OTA. A lot of people are worried about the quicker iteration of softwares for automotives. So hope is that in terms of screening and also the sunscreen, in more fields of the hardware, we hope we can also provide a better upgrading. Not just the smarter, we also hope to deliver more comfort in the hardware OTA so that the drivers and the users of the car can enjoy comfort in the longer term and also to have a better driving experiences. So I'd like to thank you all. I'd like to thank you all. Without you, we cannot go so far. I'd like to thank you, trust all the car owners. I also like to extend gratitude to the investors, friends from the media. Thank you so much to choose us. And in the next 1 decade or 2 decades, we'll make bigger efforts and to bring more democratic products to all of you. And you can get more returns by investing in us and believing us. Thank you so much. At the meanwhile, the next stop for X9 will be in Europe. In H2 of 2025, Xpeng will also meet the owners and customers in Europe. We hope friends can have a hands-on experience of the ultra-comfort and smart 7-seater. So this is the last and final page. For real, I believe today, with 110 minutes, we are meeting each other in Hong Kong here. And you have heard a story about Xpeng, our history, and our footprint for today, and as well as the new product launch. Maybe you have heard about us talking about us for such a long time. However, I believe in the future there are more car manufacturers who do the same, to take the opportunity to share their story to the global world. I think this is a big change for startup companies or for me who are born to an ordinary background, believes that technology will disrupt the traditional games. It will be a game changer, and we will shine at the global avenue as well as compete with each other in a global avenue. I would really appreciate this time. Thanks to our time, so that we can make a different story, and we'll continue to contribute to make greater efforts to take the utilization of AI and to find out new ways for AI-empowered mobility solutions so we can explore and can lead this segment and this industry. Thank you. Thank you so much again. Good night.
感谢小鹏的精彩分享。本次发布会到此结束。
That will be the end
我们在
for
户外
this
海滨广场
launching ceremony.
好。Hello， 大家好，这里是小鹏汽车的官方直播间。那么就在刚刚，我们的2025款的小鹏 X9是正式的上市发布了。这里呢，再给大家汇报一下我们2025款的小鹏 X9的各个配置的价格。650的长续航 Max 版是35。
欢迎来到小鹏迪拜展发布会。
Dit is comfortabel, het is echt leuk. Ja.
I mean, it's fantastic. It's really exciting. It looks beautiful.
Xpeng will be more moving in this way because the autopiloting is the future.